he's sharp, and I liked what I saw so far. So any of you guys out there watching, this is maybe a guy um, that that you may want to catch. So let's see. So he's having a call in right now. He's a dating coach, by the way. He's a dating coach.
Okay. What needs to happen? Is it muted now? It should be turned off, but it should be turned off. What do you have? I really just have some advice. Okay, it's still going on in the background. You have to turn YouTube off. Okay. Shut the YouTube down and just be on Zoom. Okay. I'm sorry. Please bear with me. I really want to talk to you. Well, you have to get YouTube. Oh, Jesus. Turn YouTube.
Yeah, I've just got this today.
Zoom, or else we're going to get background and echo. I cannot talk to you.
Okay, let's speed this up just a little.
It's either like, hey, can I come join in on you on that business, or can I put some in and be a business partner and close the window with YouTube? My problem is that when I try to date down and the conversation comes up to where I own a business, the guy is either like, hey, can I come join in on you on that business, or can I put some in and be a business partner? And I'm not looking for that. And I honestly, hold on. Need to be clear on this subject. Where are you at?
So she just, North Carolina.
You're saying to tell somebody you own business? Because I find when I date down, guys see an interest and want to be like a business partner, and I'm learning that maybe I need a high value man. That's well. First off, ma'am, I really don't understand. What kind of man are you talking about?
Anna, does he normally talk to men? Is his platform like men talking? Like, is he normally talking to men, or is he talking to everyone? Like, is this a common occurrence for women to be on his channel? Like, do you watch him on a regular basis? Can you hear me? Okay. Um, does he normally talk to women on his channel, like this? Not in this manner. I'm just saying, is this his typical format? Because I just subscribed because I wanted to make sure that I watched the rest of this video. Wouldn't take any advice really from a man anyway. I mean, I'm gonna have to it depends on what the advice is. According to Kevin, they're over 25 and hit the wall and are used up. So, okay, so you guys get the picture. I mean, do I need to play this or not? Um, if it's not, it's fine. I mean, I don't know that that's necessarily the case, but if you got a guy who's 40 and he's looking for a wife, it's possible he's not looking for a 40-year-old woman. That's just the case. I mean, a 40-year-old guy can marry a 25 to 29-year-old woman easy, easy, especially with as fit and as men can still be and still look very young. Um, and so at 25, I'm not going to say that you're washed up, but in terms of this concept of hypergamy and high value bachelors and high value bachelorettes, yeah, there are kind of like, are you that eligible bachelor? I mean, look, in the community that we're in right now, yeah, there's no eligible bachelors floating around. Because, like I said, yeah, whatever day that was yesterday, yeah, I'm side eyeing all of these guys who date the mommies simply because this is what you selected? And I'm not putting them down. But what I'm saying is this, if you're a high value man, not because of their current sets of circumstances, but in relation to their current sets of circumstances, it makes them not necessarily high value prospects. I mean, men either want extremely beautiful and powerful women who are fit and who have a lot to bring to the table, who can complement them in their business endeavors. This woman clearly, even just hearing just a couple of words, she says when she dates down, so maybe someone who she feels is less than in terms of accomplishment, she is already finding men who are basically wanting to like loop them into her business. And that's a no-go. That's a no-go. Like, for instance, Jasmine, you meet someone and now you're in a family business together. Now you're in business with this guy, okay? Now you're schooling him on your come up rather than coming to the table with your own. That's not a high value man. But unfortunately, when you don't put tax on your worth and you don't really see that maybe there is something that you have that is of value, yeah, you're not gonna think like, oh yeah, yeah, babe, go ahead and write down the names for me on the giveaway. Yeah, she's uh, look, we can play this. Do you guys want to hear this? Single moms have very limited options. Um, Look, that could be the case. I don't know. That could be the case. That's what they believe. Look, the thing about believing is that there is evidence for you to feel like that is fact, right? So, does that mean that that's fact? If someone is a single mom who doesn't feel that they have high value, I would beg to differ. There are some high value single moms who are out there doing it. Um, Now, is am I going to call some of these mommies or any of these mommies high value? Yeah, probably not. I'm just not. Can they be? You have the opportunity to change that at any time. Yeah, so he's a dating coach, is what I'm finding out. It's I only saw the first like 5, 7 minutes, and this was shared to me. Um, Someone found it interesting. I started watching it. Um, Anna, so it's kind of like at the end of the day, he's talking about high value. This woman wants like a six-figure guy, and there are plenty of women out here who are marrying up, marrying across, marrying down, whatever you want to call it. There is a certain segment of people out here who want this high value lifestyle, who want this hypergamy concept to be real in their life and want the opportunity to marry up. So I'm assuming that this guy is a dating coach for that. I guess she called for honest feedback. If that's how he felt about her, she knew who she was calling, right? I mean, like I said, I haven't seen the whole video. I came in on this, which was what was shown on World Star Hip Hop. Let me see. So let's go with this clip because the clip is 7 minutes. I don't know that we have time because we're getting long in the tooth here. Hold on.
I honestly want to stick to the guy. Is what I feel like. And ma'am, and that's my point. You ladies all feel like this. Ladies all feel like you're the exception to the rule. And then when someone like myself comes along and gives you a a dose of reality, instead of just accepting it, it's like, yeah, but I'm special. You don't know any men on this level that are not your father, that aren't
Oh,
related to you. That
sorry,
means you
guys.
don't know things. You don't know where to go get them. You don't know what they not your father that aren't related to you. That means you don't know these. You don't know where to go get them. You don't know what they want.
But you're still saying, pick me. They don't want mid-30-year-old baby mamas. I'm trying to be polite, man, but they don't want those.
Can I ask you a question?
Did you hear what I said?
Mm.
Yes.
Why is that so?
Why is it so?
Go ahead.
My from my point of view, I feel like I get what you're saying. They do have better options, but also those better options are younger girls.
Did she say younger? Or because I was like, what did she say?
Bullshit. I'm 51. And I can't be the
Younger. Because I was like, did she say yellow?
That's another one you lies.
That's crazy.
No, younger women are attracted to older men. What are you talking about?
So can you see me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So do you feel like a woman like me?
What would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? You cannot use 7.
Would I rate myself?
Just your face.
My face when I wake up 5, but when I put myself together 6.
Okay. And how tall are you?
5'5".
Dress size.
I'm sorry.
Your dress size.
A 3.
Okay. So that makes you, if you give yourself a 5, that's average.
Yes.
So average looking women tend not to get high earning men. They tend to get average men.
So
did you I mean, stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Breathe and digest.
When he said that, it sounded like Iyanla to me.
You can look around and
Breathe
see
and digest.
You don't tend to see higher earning men with average looking women off rip. If you do see them, they got their average looking woman when they were both really young and he built his way up. But a man earning the kind of money you're talking about does not go for an average looking woman.
I mean, my body is not average, so.
But ma'am,
he was like, he was about to say, but your face is. Where can I find this video? Anna, can you put the World Star Hip Hop link in there, or whatever?
I'm giving you advice, but you're not.
Or link to his channel.
Advice is, ma'am, you're average looking at best.
I'm taking it in, but
okay, but you're not accepting the fact that average looking women, average looking woman who's older, average looking older woman with a 13-year-old son. Average looking woman with a 13-year-old son with a sketchy baby daddy. This gets worse every time I say something. And now you're asking for a man who's in the top 10% of men. You don't qualify for one. And you're making, I don't want to have to go there. But when you put in all these other factors, why can't you just get a man that's an average guy?
Sometimes I feel like in order to submit, I have to feel like he's in.
Well, then you're gonna die alone. How about that? Let me just cut to the chase, ma'am. You can feel like what you want to, but women like you die alone, straight up, because you think you're better than the men that you qualify for. And the only reason, honestly, ma'am, that I can see a woman like yourself really thinking you deserve more is because you earn more money than most people around you in North Carolina. But if your ass worked at the post office, you would not think so highly of your opportunities. And that's the reality. Men don't care about your money. Not the kind of men that you.
I thought he said yellow too. I mean, she said yellow.
It ain't ours. We care about the fact that you are older and you got kids. And you're average. And your reality of your life has showed you that. You don't have the kind of men that you want knocking on your door trying to find you.
I mean, Anna, okay, this is all I'm going to say is he asked her to rate herself and she rated herself a 5. And he said that's average, right? So I mean, he's not saying anything that she didn't say. I mean, I don't know. Guys, look. At the end of the day, he's saying I think he was saying that yeah, you want a different class of guy that you on paper or I don't know, in actuality may or may not be qualified for. I don't know that I would be calling into this guy if you like, why do you need so many people? Like someone in the chat said, like, I would just say a 10 or whatever. Like, you don't need to call in a show on YouTube to get advice on how to meet a guy. If you have means, I mean, we are in a pandemic and everything, but yeah, you need to go to where wealthier men are. And you meet a guy who's trying to come use you for a come up in your business. Yeah, that's not the guy that you want. Duh. Why would you even tell this man that story to me? If she really wants to come up at 35, if what he is saying is true at 35, maybe you need to find a older guy, somebody who is like 45 or 50. You're 35. You've already got a kid. I'm assuming she's got a kid already, right? I think she said maybe mother of one. Why not meet a guy who's a little bit more senior to you? He could be divorced, he could be on his second marriage and may not be looking for kids, and he might have some money. He might not want a 25-year-old. He might want a hot 35-year-old. But if you're trying to go after like the guys that are in Silicon Valley who are making $1 million, um, and are getting grants, and I don't mean a grant, I'm talking about stock options and profit sharing and people that are making 1 million, 2 million a year. I'm not talking about like mega rich. I'm just talking about a guy who has a hot career and is making moolah, baby. Okay. So he's making 1 million, like his paycheck is a couple, like, I don't know, $30,000, $50,000, something of that nature, okay? Every 2 weeks, okay? And so maybe that would be like 1,000,000 2, something like that. Those kind of guys are like in Puerto Vallarta right now. They are sipping in the eligible bachelors. Yeah, they're in Vegas. They are in Tulum. They are in Ibiza. If you want one of these high value rich guys, like where Prince Harry was hanging out, where he met Meghan Markle and things like that, then yeah, you need to, lady, ma'am, don't call this lady who's not in that set, but I can I read enough pop culture magazines to know, look, the man you want, if you are even considering a guy who is going to open his mouth and ask you to be a business partner that you don't even know, yeah, he's not trying to be your husband. He's looking for a come up. He may not even be interested in you, Jasmine. Okay? I'm just saying. You meet a guy and you have something going on and he wants in on it, that's a problem. Now, just because the guy is older doesn't mean he's a sugar daddy. 45 and 35 is real, okay? At the end of the day, that doesn't make you a sugar daddy. That just makes you somebody who is a little bit her senior, who is married, who was married. I would be embarrassed as hell to bring some new dude on social media so everyone can talk about me. Okay? Um, you know what I'm saying? Um, she needs my advice to you, lady. She doesn't look, I don't know what her makeup is doing. She's got a little translucent thing going on. She's got a pretty blouse. I don't know what her business is. She could be, I don't know what she does. She could have like a legit business. She could be in real estate. She might have she may be doing very well for herself and good, right? Very good. That's good. What she needs to do is start following pages. But women who are of a certain who are successful and making money, and start to get yourself in those circles. Join Jack and Jill. Join, I don't know if she's affiliated with a sorority. Um, Go meet some other successful women who are not in your line of work. You know my advice, go to the grocery store. That's the equalizer. Everybody has to buy food. Okay. Now, if you're wealthy, then yeah, maybe you're getting your food delivered. I don't know. This woman needs to go on vacation and go and be in some professional organizations and make some friends with some women who are doing as well as her or better, and get invited to those parties and those girls' trips and those vacations where the other eligible hypergamy set are. Calling it on YouTube and letting someone blast you like an idiot, yeah, that's not gonna help, and now you're a viral video. Yes, and you could be in a sorority and not be doing well at all, but the likelihood, I'm not gonna say slim to none, but the likelihood that if you want to be in the active circle of the women who are doing it in your sorority, in your professional organization, in Mocha Moms, in 100 Black Men, in 100 Black Women, in organizations that are the where, please don't be offended, where our our most our cream of the crop of Black society, Rome. Yeah, you got to get up in there. Okay, that's where you're going to meet that type of guy. You're not gonna, that kind of guy who is trying to ask you for a cut in on your business, yeah, that's not the man for you. That's not the man for you. We're not talking about six-figure blue collar guys. I mean, she said she wants to meet, I don't know if she wants to meet a six-figure. Look, somebody could own real estate. They could be a contractor. They can be um general contracting business and make a lot of money. It's not the fact of blue collar professional. I think what she was stating is that she wanted to meet a certain type of guy, right? Um, and this was her conversation with this guy. If that's the kind of guy that she wants to meet, he's saying she's not qualified for that. Even that six-figure blue collar guy, guess what? He probably he might have a beautiful wife at home. Men who've gotten to a certain point in their career and are making a lot of money probably are already married. If they're divorced, they're going to be well into finding another wife. Men know that when being married is a good thing, having a wife, someone home to take care of you, and having all of your children up under one roof is a big deal for men, right? And that six-figure blue collar man, yeah, he's married, probably. And if he's not married, he's, I'm sure somebody has gotten him at the last Christmas party, okay? Because as soon as one of those comes available, I'm sure friends are calling and saying, you know, so and such split up, right? Yeah, he's not single. The guy who owns the construction company, or the guy that owns like three plumbing whatevers, or whatever he does, I don't know, whatever, blue collar, six figures, right? Yeah, that's possible. Yeah, but he's definitely, because that's a high value man in his community. Like you're just saying, the six-figure blue collar guy. You don't think people know? Did any of you guys ever see Officer and Gentleman? Do you guys remember that movie with Richard Gere and those girls that would be lined up from the factory with their best dresses on, getting their hair done when the new cadets would come in? Okay? Because they knew that these schlumps coming in were gonna be leaving, and they were going to officer school. And officers were gonna be making money, and they were gonna be traveling, and they were gonna be doing this and that, and they were gonna, didn't they work at, oh, they worked at a paper bag factory, okay? Deborah Winger and whoever else that was. Do y'all remember that? That was like some hypergamy in action. For them, these were girls who worked in factories. These guys are in officer candidate school, white uniforms, money, okay? Decent money, pensions, all of that. Maybe not rich, but who knows? I mean, some of these people leave the service and go on to do different things, right? So these girls knew that this was something. So all of them would parade around at the hopes of getting to meet one of these officer candidates, right? Hypergamy, okay? Now that was never my thing, you know what I mean? My thing, honestly, um, is that I wanted to meet somebody who loved me and somebody who was going to want to take care of me and somebody who wanted to be there for me and someone who was awesome. And luckily, I was very lucky. I feel lucky. I don't know what he would tell you. Maybe he feels lucky too. We are very, you know what I'm saying? Like it to find someone and not find like as in you're looking, but to have someone in your life who loves you and protects you and has your best interest in heart and loves you unconditionally is like a gift like no other. That is what my dad showed me in his relationship to my mom. Exactly, sis. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful thing. And this woman, to me, this whole conversation, yeah, I get it. But to me, on top of that, is to meet someone that you love. Because at the end of the day, you could meet someone and they can have all the money in the world and they're going to treat you like crap. They're going to take off on a plane on Monday, come back on Saturday night, beat your ass on Sunday, and take back off on Monday night. Just because they have money doesn't mean that they're going to be a good guy. Okay. We already know this, right? So, this woman, I would tell, you know what? Yeah, lady, I know you feel like that's the key. Open yourself to love first. If you are acting and living in a way that you're a boss, that you're a woman that makes a certain amount of money, and you're not going to waste your time with a man that you're really not interested in. The fact that she's really only interested in a salary range, that's the reason you don't have love, okay? Because you're not looking for love. You're looking for somebody with a W 2. You're looking for someone who's making a certain amount of money, not somebody who's got a heart and someone who's smart. This woman needs to sit down and learn how to articulate what in life she really wants. She's on the hot seat with this guy, and she could barely even speak for herself, which is alarming because I would imagine it's the hot seat talking to this guy, and you you want a millionaire almost guy, like you need to be able to, like, say it like you mean like, a great event to have gone to, because there were women of all different kinds. When I went to the Oprah, Vision event, there were women there, I'm sure, who had mucho dinero, not just up on the stage, right? But just to be in the midst, okay? These are women who paid in excess of $100 a ticket to go and sit and listen to Oprah and company talk for 3 and 4 hours and to do things like self-improvement, and there were opportunities to go and have a glass of wine, at least in my stadium, and have lunch and meet and talk to people. There was the meet and greet, which if she's got cash like that, she could have paid the money to get backstage and maybe meet Gail. And in my city, it was Leela Ali and a couple of other people, Amy Schumer and stuff like that. That's the kind of things you want to go to when you see boss women who are running companies and making millions of dollars. Those are the things you pay a couple $1,000s for, to get a seat, get a ticket, to sit next to another woman who is doing it too. Maybe she's got a brother who just got divorced. But yeah, 35, yeah, a 35-year-old guy is probably with a somewhere in their upper 20s, maybe right at their age, but you coming in and have a kid already, not that it's a black, that it's a mark against you or anything. It's more so a man at 35, unless you meet someone whose heart is open to you and heart is open to your child. I think for the most part, just think of you moms out there with your precious sons and your son, you damn near slave to send them to law school, right? He's doing good. He just bought the house, okay? He's single. He's managed to make it all the way through law school with girlfriends and no kids, right? Now he's 32. He's got the great job. He's making 250. And I mean, to 250K. He maybe even could make a half a million, right? Um, he meets a girl, she's beautiful, or she's okay, and she's got a 12 or 13-year-old son. Maybe you're not thrilled at first. I don't know. I don't have a son, so I don't have to worry about that. How do you feel? What was the gut instinct when I just said that? Let's be honest. Okay? Doesn't mean she's worthless. She just needs to find a guy who's interested in what she has to offer. Okay? Everybody comes to the table and is worth something. Everybody can have love. Everybody can have a great relationship. You just got to meet someone that matches up with what you got. And if what they have is what you want, then maybe you guys can do the damn thing. But, at the end of the day, um, just because you want something doesn't mean that you're ever going to have it. It just may not. I don't know that that's rude or mean to burst someone's bubble to say, you know what, like you might need to just like here's a little bit of reality check. I think Iyanla might have told her the same thing. Not maybe not so harsh, um, but maybe just like so. What is this six-figure guy gonna do for you? Where's this six-figure guy at that you want so bad? you know? Because also, like I said, the scenario is probably somebody in their 40s. And that's, I mean, guys, like there's a lot of men in their 40s that look pretty damn good. 35, she's already had a kid. If she doesn't want any more, she's good. I'd never seen this guy before today, and I was interested in what she had to say and how the conversation was going to pan out. So I'm going to go check his channel. Seemed mean, but he was speaking the truth. I mean, look, say what you mean, but don't say it mean. I think that like I said, is that his typical format? Like, is it usually male callers calling in? Does he usually speak with women? I never had that problem. I never had to really ask anybody. I had to do some introspection. I had to figure out what was I doing? Who was I dating? Where was I wasting my time? Where did I see the opportunities? And also realizing, yeah, I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah. She's 30. Okay, so 35, you want an athlete. Okay. A 35-year-old athlete is on their way to retirement. That's no any of you ladies out here who've got kids that play ball, right? Is that true? Hi, Mary. 35 is on the way to retirement. 35, having been in the NBA, yeah, you're making a lot of money. You're a 100 millionaire, right? You know LeBron. You played against LeBron, right? I would say this. Go to LA, find Khloe Kardashian, and see if you can become her friend. See if you can like find Malika and take on Malika's identity, become Chloe's best friend, and then Chloe will introduce you to one of Tristan Thompson's best friends, okay? Okay. You see who that ball player's dating? Tristan Thompson. I'm sure he's got lots of money. Those Kardashians have a lot too. Maybe more. I don't know. And LeBron has been with his wife since high school. High school. High school. Okay? High school. And she's had all the money in the world to get the best weaves, to get the best hairstylist, to get that guy who does Oprah and Johnny, what's his name? Johnny Wright? Whatever his name is, the guy who does Oprah's hair and Michelle Obama, the guy that gets your hair bouncing with that silk press like they write books about, okay? You can get the best hairstylist, the best wigs, the best weaves, the best clothes, the best shoes, someone to come tutor you so that when you go to all of these fancy, elegant events, you've got the right etiquette down. You know what I'm saying? Like, girl, LeBron's wife probably has been very busy on top of having baby after baby after baby. And making sure that she is not just a dime, but she's like a dime times 10 because there's always going to be someone who wants to take her place, right? You must love yourself. I don't know, maybe in college. They're still young. Are they even 30 yet? And they've been together for a minute. They might have been together, the Currys are from Charlotte. Um, so yeah, I think yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of these guys are hooked up from early. So 35 NBA, yeah, he's almost retired and he's a millionaire. So you don't want to so the fact that she is saying I want a six-figure athlete, are you talking about like Chris who plays pickup ball with people like Philip? Or are you talking about like a for real professional athlete? Because at 35, yeah, those are some of the top earners. Even the low on the totem pole, they've made at least a few $1 million in the bank. Okay. And if they're 35 and single, like let's say a Cam Newton, yeah, Cam's got drama with him. Cam's got like 1, 2 babies. He's got one baby by a stripper, he's got one baby by somebody else. Yeah, Cam and then, the word on Cam is suspect too on top of that. So you got a Cam Newton, you got someone good looking who knows they're good looking, who knows that they are hypergamy personified. They have a lot of money and they can do and get and pay for whatever they want. I think he was being nice, uh, by trying to give her a realistic picture that what she wanted is not realistic. But if she believes in, I mean, like, girl, I mean, God may have something else in store for her. Guys, we are over 2 hours and people are dropping. So let's pick this conversation back up on Monday. This is a great conversation. Um, you know, um, we can definitely talk more about this. And if you drop the link again, guys, if you want to go watch it, do your homework. We'll talk about it on Monday. Um, any of you single dolls out there, I hate to always bring it up, but we've got a couple. I had someone else email me recently who told me that they followed my advice. They went to the store on a Sunday. They met a guy. Um, tea loving and living life. I hate to keep calling you out for it, but she's my poster child. Um, you got to be ready. You got to be ready. And sometimes, guys, at a certain point in our life, we have to reevaluate our list, right? We have to look at our list and say, does this still apply? Is this what I'm still looking for? Because you're saying six figure guy, but the fact that you're saying six figure ball player or something else, would you say, Anna, ball player or something? Yeah, at that age that she's at, unless she's trying to go younger, um, they're making more than six figures. You're putting out titles of people that are making far beyond that. If they are making six figures in the NBA, yeah, they're riding the bench and they're probably on a season by season and they're not very good and they could have all kinds of problems. And I mean, yes, people even in the NBA have drug habits and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's not you don't want to meet the low on the totem pole of the upper echelon, okay? Because the low on the totem pole of the upper echelon, yeah, they're into some shit you don't even want to know about. Okay? I'm just saying, right? You don't want to be low on the totem pole of any echelon, right? Any of the levels, yeah, you don't want to meet low on the totem pole. Entertainer. Are you talking about the people that sing on the cruise ships? Like entertainer, are you talking about like Trey Songs or Tory Lanez or girl, are you trying to Chris Brown? Come on now. Like I'm not trying to make her sound and look ridiculous, but figures don't last, face don't last either for some. Okay, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. You guys take care. Have a great weekend, and we will talk about this on Monday. Go check out the link. Um, I haven't seen the whole thing. I've only seen a very little bit. Anna and I talked about it very briefly, and I think it's a great topic. I think you can't help but take it personally because it's like, well, why would that rule me out, or why would that rule out so and so? It's a very specific set of circumstances, because at the end of the day, love has, like, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be, right? We're talking figuratively, and we're just talking about, like, kind of like what makes sense and what is possible. But at the end of the day, we know that there's the man upstairs, and he can make all things happen, that are meant to happen, right? So that being said, but we're gonna just talk the facts on Monday. Watch the video, guys, and let's talk about it on Monday. Okay. Take care, and I'll be on these YouTube streets. Anything else comes up, I'll be dropping a video or may come live. You never know. See you later.